So you're ready to move out of your parents' basement. Now it's time to decide if you should rent a home or buy one. But how do you know which option is best for you? Let's discuss the pros and cons of buying versus renting a home right now. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Barbara Natty, and I'm a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services right here in Southington, Connecticut. Now, if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. Today, we're going to dig in the question of should you buy or rent a home? Now, the answer is not universal for everyone, and home ownership may be the American dream, but it is not for everyone. All right, let's start off with the pros to renting. First off, you're not tied down. If you're someone that likes to move a lot, maybe because of your job, or maybe you just like a change in scenery every once in a while, renting may be the best option for you. Most rentals only require a 1 or 2 year lease period, not tying you to one location for a long period of time. Renting pro number 2, maintenance free. In many cases, things like lawn care and snow removal are part of your monthly rent payment and are the landlord's responsibility. So you are free to enjoy your weekends and not have to worry about mowing the lawn or cleaning out the gutters. Renting pro number 3, emergencies are the landlord's responsibility. So the water heater springs a leak and you don't get paid for 3 days. What are you going to do? You're going to give the landlord a call. You're a renter. The landlord is responsible for repairing or replacing major appliances or mechanics such as a water heater. As a renter, not only are you living maintenance-free as far as your lawn care goes, but you also don't have to worry about costly repairs or replacements of equipment. Okay, now for some rental cons. Rental con number 1, you're paying someone else's mortgage. Monthly mortgage payments can be expensive, but they do need to be paid. Principal, interest, taxes, insurance, these things add up, and they're paid by the tenant's rental payment. As a renter, you're essentially building equity for the landlord. Now, when you move, whether it's in 1 year or 20 years, not a penny of the payments you've made towards the mortgage will ever come back to you. Renting con number 2, no customizations. So when you get a rental, you are pretty much living in it the way that you rented it out. Now, some landlords may let you paint or do minor things, but if you wanted a kitchen remodel, the landlord's probably not going to allow you to do that. And if you did, all that money, again, would go towards equity for the landlord, not for you. Renting con number 3, and this is a big one for me, pet and guest policies. As a renter, you are living in someone else's home, and they have the right to make up specific rules for that home, such as pet policies. Now, some landlords might allow for pets, but it's specifics of what type of pet or how many. Other landlords won't allow any pets at all. They also can have policies on guests, such as no overnight guests or no guests for more than a set number of days without written permission. This is to protect the landlord, but again, it's something that you would have to live with. Okay, so now on to the buying side. Buying pro number 1, building equity. When you buy a home, you build equity with every monthly mortgage payment you make. So if you live in a home for 20 years, when you go to sell it, you're going to have equity built up that you could use to purchase a new home or however else you would like to use it. Now, if you had been renting for 20 years, the only thing you're going to walk away with is your security deposit. Buying pro number 2, make it your own. When you buy a home, you can customize it to your heart's content. You can renovate the kitchen, add in a pool, finish the basement, and all these things could actually add value to your home, which is going to give you more equity when it is time to sell. Pro number 3 for buying a home, lifestyle, pets, and guests. Your home, your choice. So if you want to have a pet, of course there are going to be some restrictions based on your town or the size of the lot. You can't go and buy a pony if you have a teeny tiny postage stamp lot to keep it on. But you get where I'm going with this. If you want to go out and get a dog, you can get a dog or have a cat or have hamsters. There's no one telling you what you can and can't have in your own home. And guests, have all the guests you want. No one's going to tell you that your family can't come and stay for a week or more. All right, now on to the cons for buying. Con number 1 for buying is being tied down. So as a general rule of thumb, unless you're flipping a home or got an amazing deal on a home, or the market just happens to completely do a 180, you are most likely not going to have enough equity in your home to sell it in the first 3 to 4 years. If you did end up selling in the first couple years of home ownership, you may be negative in equity, meaning that you would have to actually bring money to closing in order to sell your home. Con number 2 for buying, maintenance. So, you remember those maintenance-free weekends as a renter? Well, not anymore, not as a homeowner. Unless you want to pay someone for those services, it's you that's going to be out there raking the leaves in the fall, shoveling the snow in the winter, and mowing the grass all summer long. And lastly, con number 3 to buying is going to be repairs. When it comes to costly repairs or replacement of major items in the home, you're going to want to save up an emergency fund or possibly have a credit card on hand just in case of an emergency. Because when that hot water heater goes in the middle of winter, you're going to want to have the funds to be able to get a new one right away rather than having to wait till payday. So you'll want to make sure that you maintain items such as your water heater, furnace, or air conditioner so that those items can run in prime condition as long as possible. Also, as a homeowner, you have an option to get a home warranty, and this is going to help with the cost of repairing or replacing major equipment. Okay, so now you know some of the pros and cons to buying versus renting a home. But now let's dig into the upfront costs of renting or buying and the monthly payments of a mortgage or a rental payment. I think you'll be a little bit surprised by what you find out now. So for this comparison, I went on the MLS and pulled up listings of rentals that rented out within the past 6 months in Southington. I also used 3+ bedroom rentals for this particular scenario. I also went in and pulled the numbers from a home I recently sold in Southington that's 3 bedrooms and 1.5 bathrooms, just for comparison. So for the rentals in the last 6 months that closed in Southington, the lowest price monthly payment for a rental was $1,200 and the highest was $2,300. I found that the median rental price in Southington in the last 6 months was $1,788 per month. When comparing that to the listing I recently sold in Southington that was 3 bedrooms and 1.5 bathrooms, it sold for $230,000. I entered in on my mortgage calculator a 3.5% interest rate. I plugged in the tax amount, and I also did a guesstimate of $1,200 a year for homeowners insurance. So when I put that all into the mortgage calculator and hit calculate, it came up with a payment of $1,580. That's $208 less than the median rental payment in Southington. So as far as down payment goes, a 3.5% down payment would equal $8,050. But now if you were going to rent an apartment for that same $1,788 that the median rental price was, your upfront costs could be $5,364. Just about $3,000 less than your down payment to purchase a home. To get that $5,364 upfront payment for a rental, I multiplied the median Southington rental price of $1,788 by 3. Now I multiplied it by 3 because a landlord can charge up to 2 months of a security deposit for a tenant under 62, and they're going to charge the first month's rent up front. I'll put a link to the mortgage calculator in the description below in case you're interested in giving it a try. Now I hope this information has been helpful to you. If you liked it, make sure to like this and don't forget to subscribe. Make it a great home selling and buying day.